You've been thinking about working out for months, but somehow the gym is always too far, too expensive, or too full of people who know what they're doing. Meanwhile, your workout routine is just walking to the fridge and calling it cardio. Look, if you're waiting for the stars to align so you can finally get fit, well, they won't. You don't need a fancy gym, a $1,000 treadmill, or a personal trainer yelling in your face. What you need is a corner of your home, your own body weight, and the willpower to stop making excuses. So today, we're building our very own calisthenics studio together, right there in that tiny apartment of yours. Yep, that's more than enough space to turn into a calisthenics studio. Let's get into it. Let's start with the biggest question. Why even build a calisthenics studio at home? The first reason is convenience. No commuting, no crowds, no waiting in line for a pull-up bar. You can train anytime you want, before work, after dinner, or even in your pajamas. Second, it saves money. Sure, there's a small cost to get started, but think about how much gym memberships, gas, and time add up. A simple home setup can serve you for years. Third, calisthenics doesn't require much. It's a bodyweight training style, meaning your own body is the weight, and you need very few equipment that makes it perfect for small spaces, tight budgets, and people who just want to get strong without needing heavy machines. And finally, it gives you freedom. You control your space, you play your music, you create your own training vibe. Your home becomes a place of discipline and growth, not just rest. Now, before you start buying stuff, it's important to take a step back and think. What you buy and how you set up your studio should depend on a few key things. First is your training goals. Are you trying to build muscle, get lean, improve mobility, learn skills like handstands or muscle ups? Your goals will guide what kind of equipment and space you'll need. If you want to master bodyweight strength, you'll need tools like pull-up bars or rings. If you're more focused on movement, mobility, and endurance, you might not need much at all. Second, think about the space you have. Don't worry, you don't need a separate gym room. Even a corner in your bedroom or living room can work. All you need is enough space to stretch out, lie down, and move your arms freely. If you've got a balcony, garage, or backyard, even better, but it's not required. Third is your budget. Some people have $50 to spend, others have $500. Whatever your number is, don't stress. You can build an amazing setup on a small budget by choosing the right tools. You just need to start with the essentials and then build as you go. Once you've chosen your space, the next step is to bring in the equipment you'll need for your workouts. The best part is you really don't need much to get started. A pull-up bar is probably the most useful piece of equipment for a calisthenics studio. You can attach it to a doorway, mount it on the wall, or get a freestanding version if you have some extra room. With a pull-up bar, you can work on exercises like pull-ups, chin-ups, and hanging leg raises. Another helpful tool is a pair of dip bars. They don't take up too much room and can be used for dips, push-up variations, core work, and even things like L-sits. If you don't have space for big dip bars, there are smaller, portable versions that are just as effective. Resistance bands are also a great addition. They don't take up any space and can help with warm-ups, assisted pull-ups, and adding extra resistance to your training. You can hang them from your pull-up bar or just use them on the floor. If you want to improve your balance and control, you can also invest in a pair of gymnastics rings. They're lightweight, easy to hang from a bar or ceiling hook, and offer a huge variety of movements that are great for building strength and stability. A thick mat is essential to protect your floor and your body. It gives you a soft surface to train on and makes things like planks, stretches, and push-ups much more comfortable. If you've got a bit more to invest and you're serious about building a solid training space, here's how to take things up a notch. Buy a chalk ball, they're always useful. If you've got the space, throw in a foldable bench and some parallettes. If you want to go a step further, you can make the space more motivating by adding a mirror to check your form, playing your favorite workout music, or putting up a small vision board with your fitness goals. These little things can make your home gym feel more personal and inspiring. To stay organized, you can store all your equipment in a small corner, under your bed, or even inside a storage box. If you're sharing your home with others, keeping your workout area neat and out of the way will help avoid any issues. Now that your studio is ready, what should you actually do in it? The beauty of calisthenics is that you can train your entire body with just a few basic movements. Start each session with a proper warm-up to get your body ready. You can do things like jumping jacks, arm circles, leg swings, and gentle stretching to wake up your muscles. For your workouts, focus on the basic calisthenics moves and build from there. Even if you're a beginner, you can start with easier variations and progress gradually. Start with push-ups. Push-ups are excellent for building upper body strength and can be modified simplified in many ways. Pull-ups and chin-ups target your back and arms. Next, do dips. Dips strengthen your chest, shoulders, and triceps. Then, do some squats. Squats work your legs and glutes. Now, time for some planks. Planks are great for your core. Lastly, leg raises help you strengthen your abs and hips. If you do these exercises in a circuit, one after the other, you can create a full body workout that fits in a small area and gets your heart rate up. Do each for 30 to 45 seconds, rest for 1 minute, then repeat the circuit 3 to 4 times. This gives you strength, endurance, and cardio all in one. If you're short on time, try the EMOM workout, which means every minute on the minute. Pick one exercise, do a certain number of reps every minute, and rest for the remaining time. After your workout, don't forget to cool down. Stretch your muscles to avoid stiffness and improve your flexibility. Pay attention to your shoulders, back, hamstrings, and hips. This recovery time is just as important as the workout itself. One of the best ways to stay motivated at home is to have a schedule. Pick certain days of the week to train and stick to it. You don't need to train every day. Even 3 to 5 times a week is enough to see results. Creating a weekly plan can help you stay focused and make sure you're not overtraining the same muscles. For example, you can focus on the upper body one day, the lower body the next, and then do a full body workout at the end of the week. Tracking your progress can also keep you motivated. Write down your reps and sets, or use a fitness app to follow your improvements. You'll start seeing gains in strength, stamina, and confidence, and that will encourage you to keep going. Try setting challenges for yourself, like doing a certain number of push-ups in 30 days, or learning how to hold a handstand. These little goals make training more exciting. At the end of the day, you've got two choices. Keep making excuses, or build your space and show up for yourself. Your body is capable, your space is enough, and your future self, they're waiting to thank you. I have also made a 5-minute workout video that takes only 5 minutes of your total day. If you are damn busy, you just need to get 5 minutes in your daily schedule.